Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, you already know this is Pawn's Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shot himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, fight week, New York City, Times Square. Yeah. Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, Devin the Dream Haney versus Jose Ramirez, Teofimo Lopez, the two-time millennial, the captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief versus Arnold Barboza. No face-off there today. No face-off there. And I never in the grand arrival, there ain't supposed to be no face-off. Like there's too much face-offs. You know what I'm saying? The grand arrival face-off, workout day not gonna be a face-off, final press conference face-off, weigh-in face-off. Now, you know, I think they should just save the face-off for weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? Because too much face-off, it watered down the face-off like when it's in the weigh-in. You know, when the grand arrivals, they usually there's always been a separate thing. So I don't think the grand arrival should be for a face-off, especially when there's a lot of chippy emotions and attitude in the mix of things. You know what I'm saying? We want to save that picture for the weigh-in traditionally. You know what I'm saying? Mars in the building. What's good, man? Truth in the building. What's good, man? Karate Kid in the building. One of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing in the building. What's good, bro? I don't ask for nothing, Mars, bro. I don't ask for nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't ask for nothing. No. But what's good, Silver? But ladies and gentlemen, of course, I think in this event, we are happy to see this event. Shout out to Turkey Out Shake. Shout out to Ring Magazine. Shout out to The Zone. I think a lot of fans is looking past these bouts. Even though that we like the event, we like the setting. It's an interesting setting, right? I'm not gonna say that we all like the setting, but it's an interesting setting because, of course, man, we want to see something like we saw this past weekend out there in London, England, with 65,000 people in attendance. The adrenaline is imagine the adrenaline that the fans in the UK gave Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. And I know a lot of people still talking about it. I'm still talking about it. It's one of the greatest fights that I ever seen in my entire life. It's one of the top 10 greatest fights in the modern day era. I don't give a damn what y'all say. It's like I said yesterday, just like I said the day before yesterday, and just like I said fight night. That is the top 10. One of the greatest fights in the modern day era. Again, shout out to Chris Eubank Jr., who was discharged from the hospital. And shout out to Conor Benn, who's back training, back running. Got the momentum. Not momentum, but he got the motivation to get to be a better fighter. And that's what we want to see from our fighter. And at the end of the day, there was no losers because, and like I always say, everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. In the way that Conor Benn got defeated, ain't nothing to put your head down, keep your head up, go back to the drawing board. And he's young enough, well equipped to be a better fighter. He's an explosive, entertaining fighter. And, maybe go to the 147-pound division or 154-pound division. I believe that Conor Benn should fight Josh Kelly. The realistic fight, in my opinion, I think that Josh Kelly versus Conor Benn in the 154-pound division. I know that Josh Kelly fought in 160, but he's naturally a smaller guy. Maybe we could get Conor Benn versus Josh Kelly. Another UK battle right there. Josh Kelly has a great amateur background, amateur pedigree. I thought at this point we will be talking about Josh Kelly versus Jerome Bruce Ennis, but Josh Kelly, his performances haven't lived up to his expectations. But hopefully with Conor Benn and Josh Kelly, that will be a good fight. Another possible opponent for Conor Benn will be Josh Taylor. That would be a good fight as well. Out there in across the pond, that would be a good fight as well. Josh Taylor could be moving up to the 147-pound division, and he goes back to 147. I think that's a good fight. Good legacy. Josh Taylor was a former undisputed in which Teofimo Lopez beat, so I think that would be a good victory. Jack Catterall. I don't know about the Jack Catterall fight, but I like the Josh Taylor. The Josh Taylor name is still big enough for Conor Benn, in my opinion. Raps on Boxing Night is the voice of the UK, London, bro. He said, yo, Ben versus Barrios. I like that fight. I said that yesterday because I was talking about in reference to Chris Eubank Jr. is in position to face Canelo Alvarez right now, because as we all know, you know what I'm saying? Let me put the like I said yesterday, I've been saying throughout the days and stuff like that, Turkey Al Sheikh, remember, did say that he wanted to see the winner of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn to face Canelo Alvarez, the 4th division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, Canelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cashnelo, a.k.a. Baby, a.k.a. get the F out of here, man. There's going to be facing William Skull this Saturday, May 3rd, Reha season. But we believe that if Conor Benn can knock out and stop William Skull in sparring, we know what Canelo Alvarez is going to be doing. He's going to be spanking William Skull like a piñata. He's going to beat him up. He's going to beat him up with a Cuban sandwich. Ladies and gentlemen, but Turkey Al Sheikh did say this prior to the Conor Benn and Chris Eubank, that he wants to see the winner. And as we all know, that Canelo Alvarez has expressed a desire to fight in the United Kingdom. He has repeatedly stated that it will be a dream come true to fight in the UK, and has even been in discussion about potential matchups, including one at Wembley Stadium, who holds 90,000. He sees a unique opportunity to connect with a passionate boxing fan base and experience that excitement of fighting in a different culture. Yes. I think that he's in well positioned to get that type of fight, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I did this video, and probably going to be dropping it later on tonight. The stage is set for Canelo versus Chris Eubank Jr. in Wembley Stadium. 90K. You could stretch it out for 100K, baby. Like it. The momentum is good. Sometimes you got to strike when the momentum is good. That's what we got to strike, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, today, this week, we're talking about the 3 of the potential 4 kings in the sport of boxing: Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Devin the Dream Haney. All of them out there to prove that they are who they are. Pat's Nation in the building. Even though Pat's Nation in the building. Congrats, punch on the 100K subscribers. In the words of Teo, making boxing great again. Good looking out, Pat's Nation. Con los 5 pesos a comprar pizza con Coca-Cola. Good looking out, Pat's Nation, and one of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. Join and become a member of Punch Drunk. If you respect the content, you respect the movement, you respect the work. So now let's get down and dirty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about something that we know is going to be talked about. It's going to come through fruition. Yes, the narrative. Yes, the talking point. Yes, it's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, because it's Devin the Dream Haney beats Jose Ramirez. Ryan Garcia beats Rolly Romero. Teofimo Lopez beat Arnold Barbosa. And we all know that Turkey Al Sheikh says that he wants to see. Hold on, let me see if I still got the clip, the statement of Turkey Al Sheikh. Let's see. Turkey has declared that he wants to make Teofimo Lopez versus Jaron Boots Ennis in October. And in the same card at the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney rematch, he would then like to match the winners and losers against each other in February. This is Turkey Al Sheikh's plan, ladies and gentlemen. This is Turkey Al Sheikh's plan. A lot of people probably don't want to talk about it right now, but Jaron Boots Ennis is waiting to see what Teofimo Lopez is going to be doing, if he's going to beat Arnold Barbosa, because I'm saying like this. You did not accept Turkey Al Sheikh's offer once when it came to the Virgil Ortiz. Don't you deny my offer again. Do you understand me? Yeah. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis, I'm very proud of you that you're being standing on this. But I'm still disappointed because I'd had an offer for you on the table. I'd had virtualities on the table. And you denied the Turk. The Turkey Al Sheikh, money made Turkey Al Sheikh, aka ATM, aka Banco Popular, aka Chase, aka all the banks in the fucking world, Wells Fargo. Don't you ever deny it. Now, what I want you to do is wait on the sideline. Wait to see if Teofimo Lopez to take over, beat the crap out of Arnold Barbosa, because I like the way that Teofimo Lopez smacked the shit out of him. I do have no confidence in Arnold. Yes. The Banco Popular of the boxing, motherfucker. I'm the Banco Popular. Hold on. Excuse me. Put that picture again. So, you know what is going to be the talking point. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Pastor Nation says, USA boxing, laughing my ass off. Stop. Bud lost to Madrimov. I think he lost to Madrimov in a close fight. I gave it 1 round to Madrimov beating Bud Crawford. But the title says, do not fumble the bag. What Turkey wants, when Turkey wants something, the money is flowing. See, Turkey didn't say, I want to see Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barbosa. Turkey Al Sheikh did not say, I want to see Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. Turkey Al Sheikh did not say, I want to see, Roddy Romero versus Ryan Garcia. This is just the setup to what he truly wants, right? Turkey Al Sheikh really didn't want to see Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull. But when Turkey wants something, he throws the bag. I'm going to say like that. Ryan Garcia, Devin the Dream, Haney, and Teofimo Lopez are not getting paid above their pay grade. They're not getting paid for this fight more than they ever gotten paid. No. No, don't believe that, folks. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. I'm not sure too much about the Ryan Garcia, but I believe Ryan Garcia made way more money with Gervonta Tan Davis anyway. Nobody's getting paid more than what they have gotten paid in the past. But when Turkey Al Sheikh says, I want Ryan Garcia and Devin the Dream Haney, Devin Haney's dropped the motherfucking lawsuit right now. That is weak. You don't drop it, you don't fight. Nobody wants you. Not Top Rank, not Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn kick you to the curb, motherfucker. Oscar De La Hoya, you were suing the Golden Boy too. I'm the only one that's helping you out. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Turkey Al Sheikh said it to Devin the Dream Haney. You better drop that lawsuit, all right? Dude, you don't want a rematch. Nah, because Asterin, fuck the Asterin. I'd use Asterin too. And that shit don't even keep my dick up. I don't want to hear it. You don't want to fight? Do you want me to help you out, Devin Haney? Yes. All right. You're fighting Ryan Garcia's undercard. Come on, shut the fuck up. You would fight in the comment to Ryan Garcia. Do you want their money? Okay. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheikh. Don't put me in jail like you put that Twitter dude in jail for 19 years. It's all jokes, Turkey. I respect you, Turkey. Dude, you punch. I respect you, Turkey. What the fuck you to make fun of me all the fucking time? Ladies and gentlemen, Teofimo Lopez can't fumble the bag. Ryan Garcia can't fumble the bag. Devin the Dream Haney can't fumble the bag. But let me tell you like this. What Turkey wants, Turkey gets, and Turkey pays. And that's when you got to be like, yo, shit, I gotta get rid of Arnold Barbosa. And I gotta do it in spectacular fashion, just like Boots NSB standing on. I gotta do it in a spectacular fashion. Ryan Garcia looking in incredible shape. It look like he back with the wifey. He gotta do an incredible. Gotta lay Rolly out like Gervonta Tan Davis. Devin the Dream Haney gotta remind the people that he is. I don't know. I mean, give it at least Devin Haney, give us a performance like you did with Regis Progress. How about that? Give us that. And then we're gonna go down to a very, very, very chaos talking point and narratives in this YTBC. It will reappear the energy, the frequency of the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. It will be Latino versus the blacks versus Latinos, and especially with Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia, because there was people that saying that, yo, these guys are racist, man. These guys are fucking racist, man. Yo, for real, man. They shouldn't give no Teofimo Lopez a fight, yo. You ain't gonna Teofimo Lopez a fight. He want to talk about that, you know what I'm saying? Banana shit. Wait, we ain't gonna give you a fight. Nah. He talking about banana, grape, and sending fucking fruit baskets to Keyshawn Davis. Nah, man, we ain't gonna give him the opportunity. We ain't gonna give him opportunity. Damn, my man, I haven't seen black people unite like that in a long time. I haven't seen black people unite like that since George Floyd. Let's be here for real. I haven't seen black people unite like that since George Floyd up against Teofimo Lopez. Yo, the coalition. Yo, my black people, don't you give Teofimo Lopez an opportunity to step inside the ring with us, because he gonna get a payday. So, Bud, nah, man. Devin, stay away, man. Keyshawn Davis, nah, man. Stay away from T. We ain't gonna be breaking bread with you. God damn. Shit, I seen them right out there, man, in H&M and stuff like that at 34th Street and shit like that. People gonna get mad. I know people get mad like, I won't stop it, punch. Stop it with this. Come on, stop it. But shut the hell up. I remember when I walked into this community and I was the one that was saying, come on, kumbaya, we're on this together. Come on, man. We're on this together. We're from the same community. We're bonding together. We're supposed to be together. Fight the power together. Huh? When there's police brutality, the Latinos is right there alongside, hand in hand with our brothers, right? When the thing with George Floyd happened, right there, hand in hand. No, this is wrong. Eso no está bien. That's not right. Sí, verdad no está bien. It's not right. We're brothers. We got to stick together and hold our community down now. Right? With a shootout, mass shootout. My God, my goodness, we're in this together. As soon as ICE come out, you don't see black people protesting with the Latinos. When it comes to immigrant issues, the poor Latino, we don't see no damn black people come up and be like, no. You ain't gonna take my Spanish brother. He helped this community and shit like that. Hey, yo, they got the motherfucking best barbers out there, and they be having the good, taco restaurants and stuff like that, Spanish restaurant, man. They got all the delis, they got the bachata playing all over the place and stuff like that. Don't take them away from us. Nah, you don't see that. You never noticed that? You never noticed that, lady? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm motherfucking lying right now. Oh, yeah, when it's time to police brutality, racism, discrimination, you see everybody, kumbaya, marching with the brothers. Once ICE come out, the whole bus is coming out. The important people, you don't see no bunch of black people say, nah, man, that ain't right, yo. Nah, don't deport my Spanish brother, man. We the same thing. Now they be like, yeah, peace out. they don't want to be calling nice. Damn. Diablo. Maurice, ¿por qué tú no me dijiste? So you didn't tell me they was coming after me. Because I called them motherfucker and I get out. Shit. Y'all notice that? Come on now. Come on. It's our community. That's why when I say shit, people understand in the chat what I'm talking about, right? When I be saying shit, there be people that be like, oh, Punch, what? You heard what Punch be saying? You heard what Punch be saying? Motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying is true. Why people get mad at me because I said the truth? Because I say the truth. You know what it is? You know, I'm telling you, you know what it is? People get mad at me because I put it out in the public. You know what I'm saying? Where other people outside of our culture or outside of our community see. Because they're not you justifying it for them. But I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. We have great camaraderie. We have great camaraderie. And we have our little differences that we ain't going the blacks ain't gonna be too much there for you when the ice comes and stuff like that. You ain't gonna see no black. Don't take Poppy away. Don't take Poppy away. Come on, nice man. Where I'm gonna get my coke and shit like that, my good weed, bro. Well, come on, man. Y'all better be holding down y'all Latino connections. We got the best drugs, we got the best bodegas, we got a bunch of restaurants open 24/7, Uber Eats. It's Spanish and the Africans. You ain't gonna get no more Uber Eats, motherfucker. You gotta respect the Latinos. Latinos be doing shit that black people already graduated from. I ain't gonna do that shit. You crazy? What the hell no, man. I ain't gonna deliver for no Chinese restaurant. Crazy. They legal ones. But on a serious note, Teofimo Lopez beat Honorable Bosa. Ryan Garcia beat Devin the Dream Haney. And if we get this, if we get what Turkey Al Sheikh wants in the same card in October, I'm gonna say right now, this community, you will see the split like crazy because the Devin Haney fans already don't like Ryan Garcia, called him a cheater and called him a racist. People don't like Teofimo Lopez. They call him a racist. So, and people like Boots. So now what you're going to hear is, man, beat the crap out of these Latinos and shit. And the Latinos going to be mad and be like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You crazy? We run boxing. Now we run boxing. No, we run boxing. Hey, yo, look at the card right now. They got way more. They only got one African-American. That's Devin the Dream Haney. Now we run boxing, man. We always beat the shit out of you and shit like that. What happened against Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez, Sean? Sean, what happened with that? What happened with Fulton versus Fundura, son? What happened with that? What happened with that? You know what I'm saying? Well, what happened to Canelo Wilder versus Jamel Charlo, though? What happened to Canelo Wilder versus Daniel Jacob, though? Huh? What happened there, though? What happened there, though? Oh, yeah, you gonna see it. So I just got to speak on it right now. Let's speak on it right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's speak on it right now. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's what's going to happen. What performance? Okay, let's talk about this, folks. In the chat. What performance it will be good enough for Ryan Garcia? What does Ryan... let's go to Teo, because I think Teo's... People just have this... They have got this reputation over Teofimo Lopez that he performs to the level of his competition. So, What performance versus Arnold Barboza is going to make you give him the 100? No more of this. If he performs well versus Arnold Barboza, who's a credible mandatory, he did beat Jack Catterall. He beat Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez is going to be facing Devin the Dream Haney. So maybe Devin Haney can outperform Arnold Barboza, but at the end of the day, he already beat Jose Ramirez, right? So what type of performance would satisfy you from Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza? What type of performance? Or it's just, it doesn't matter if he knock him out, it doesn't matter if he outboxes him, it's not going to do anything for you. What type of performance? And okay, if you don't believe that Teofimo Lopez could beat Jerome Bruce Ennis, what type of performance versus Arnold Barboza is going to make you be like, you know what? Shit, he beats Jerome Bruce Ennis. If you don't believe he could beat Jerome Bruce Ennis moving up to the 147-pound division. In the chat, let me know. He just needs to look solid because Boots did. Well, Boots looked amazing. Boots did look amazing. Right? It went from, ladies and gentlemen, hey, yo, Karate Kid, it went from, yo, people talking about, man, Boots and Karen. Come on, man. Y'all was trying to shame Boots for Buck Crawford. And then we seen Crawford with Majimov. Then we see Boots with Stanionis. And we like, God damn. It went right back to the narrative and saying, yo, no wonder that Bud left. No wonder Bud ain't want to give no Boots an opportunity to fight. Blah, 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 right? So let me know what type of performance do you expect from Teofimo Lopez? Boots defense improve. Tio is no Stanionis. What's good? Gracia Padilla in the building. CCI in the building. What's good, CCI? Boots gets slept by Tio and Ryan. I think knockout would say a lot. Then Teofimo Lopez is going to have to knock out Arnold Barboza. Arnold Barboza is undefeated. Never been knocked out. Sometimes I don't even like to predict knockouts when I never seen a fighter get knocked out in that level, right? That's just me. I don't like to predict knockouts when I never seen a guy get knocked out. And Teofimo Lopez got wonderful power, speed, and power, twitch muscle, and things of that nature. But he's not this Mike Tyson type of knockout artist. He's a great counter puncher, a power puncher as well, but not this straight up knockout artist and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He never was that type of fighter coming up in the amateurs as his amateur pedigree. That's why I always said that he was going to outbox Vasily Lomachenko. I didn't say that he was going to knock out Vasily Lomachenko because he could out and look with Josh Taylor too. So he's a guy that can actually outbox elite fighters. You know. Christian Padilla said Barboza pulls straight back and no head movement. Hopefully that Teofimo Lopez take full advantage of the mistakes that Arnold Barboza's done. Arnold Barboza really haven't said no type of statements. I think prior to that, so when he was in position to fight Teofimo Lopez, I almost felt the same way that I felt. I'm not saying they're the same fighters, but I felt the same way where Arnold Barboza being in a mandatory position to face the Teofimo Lopez without the Jose Ramirez and Catterall win, almost the same way that I felt about David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. Like, you can't shame Canelo Alvarez to not to face David Benavidez before the Caleb Plant fight. But once he got Caleb Plant under his belt, Demetrius Andre under his belt, Alessandro under his belt, and then David Morrell Jr. under his belt. Now I'm looking at it like, now, Canelo, you did tell David Benavidez that he needs to, fight other fighters, that he only fought Anthony Durrell, and you still moving the goalposts. And that's why now I'm to the point where, come on, man, like, for real. Now come on, Canelo Alvarez. Now give him an opportunity. You asked for something, he did it. Right? Did you hear what Canelo Alvarez said today? It sounded like Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford is not finalized. Now, we all know that Canelo Alvarez does have a broken English and stuff like that. And maybe what he meant was that I'm not thinking about anybody but William Skull. But let me see if y'all could understand what he's saying, because the way that I took it as is that I'm not even thinking about it. I took it as there is no fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. Like, not okay. There might be terms of greed, but there is no contract signed. See, terms agreement is different from contract signing. We've heard enough in the sport of boxing about terms agreement with terms and stuff like that. But they're still got to sign a contract. Is it there still a contract for Terence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez? Because the way that in his latest interview, right, truth always, it did sound like that, right? Let me find the clip so y'all can understand what I'm trying to say. Let me find the clip. Hold on. Let me find the clip so y'all can understand what I'm trying to say. Hold on. Let me see. Where is that? Where's the clip? Where's the clip? All right, there's the clip. Let me know what y'all feel about what he said. If y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Hold on. Let me see.
That's it. I focus 100% on that fight because I watch some of the fights and he's a good fighter, difficult fighter.
He said, hey yo, Canelo Alvarez couldn't even lie. He was trying to say William Skull is a good fighter, a difficult fighter. Stop, Canelo Alvarez. Stop. He couldn't even look straight in the camera. Canelo don't believe what he's saying about William Skull. William Skull, not the fight before. The fight before that, it was 2 8-rounders back to back. It was 2 8-rounders back to back. Stop it, Canelo Alvarez. Stop. Let's go with your first initial thought. You didn't even know who William Skull was. Nobody knew who William Skull was. His mama didn't even know who he was. Huh? Even his mama said, that's not my son. ¿Qué? Do I remember having a son que se llama William Skull? Yo tenía hijo. No. Yo creía que era hija. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see what Canelo Alvarez said, right? Let me see the question. Okay, listen.
At the press conference, you guys, what do you know about this man?
No, I watch some of the fights and he's a good fighter, difficult fighter. But nothing new for me.
How do you avoid the distractions of the Crawford fight? Everyone is talking about that.
Like I say, I don't have other fight in the future. I just have my fight with William Skull, and that's it. I focus 100% on that fight.
He said he doesn't have another fight in the future. That's what Canelo Alvarez said today. So I was thinking like, yo, is Terence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez finalized? Y'all let me know what y'all feel about what he said. Was it that maybe because, Spanish is his first language, and, Canelo Alvarez is still getting better at his English and stuff like that. And I like that Canelo Alvarez is highly comfortable in speaking English. Or maybe it was that he was trying to say, see, that's the thing. I don't want to figure out what you're trying to say. I'm just going to take it as face value and take exactly the words that you said. But if it's not how he feels like that, let me know in the chat what you feel about his statement. Does this sound like there is a Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford fight?
Of the Crawford fight, everyone is talking about that.
Like I say, I don't have other fight in the future. I just have my fight with William Skull, and that's it. I focus 100% on that fight because,
he doesn't have another fight in the future. He only has one fight, and he's focused on that fight. Or does he mean what other fighters be saying when they say, like Devin Haney today, they was asking him about the potential fight, the potential rematch with him and Ryan Garcia, and he says, "Yeah, but I'm focused on Jose Ramirez, and that's the only fight that I'm focusing on. Jose Ramirez on Friday." Did he mean that? Did Canelo Alvarez mean, but in other words, because he just couldn't find the words to say, well, I'm just focused on William Skull. I'm not looking past my opponent, in other words. But these words, and nobody has done an interview. Nobody has done a video about it. I was gonna do the video instead of doing the live and stuff like that. So let me know, folks, what you think. Is Canelo Alvarez telling the people that, you know what, that is not there? The Bud Crawford fight is not finalized. Is he keeping his options open? Now, I think that I think there is a fight with Bud Crawford, because I don't think that Bud Crawford will stay out without a fight. Because he's just waiting on the Canelo Alvarez fight. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo Alvarez's statement was revealing. Or is he lying? I don't know. Is Canelo Alvarez telling the truth? Is he lying?
difficult fighter. But nothing new for me.
How do you avoid the distractions of the Crawford fight? Everyone is talking about that.
Like I say, I don't have other fight in the future. I just have my fight with William School, and that's it.
I don't have other fights in the future. All I have is Skull fight. I don't have another fight in the future. Christian Padilla is saying that Canelo Alvarez is going to duck book Crawford. I got to do a video about this, right? Get Busy in the building said, I believe it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I believe. I'm going to tell you like this. If Bud Crawford would have said that he's going to be having another fight in the interim, then I would have been like, you know what? I believe Canelo Alvarez. I would have said, because think about it. Remember when Canelo Alvarez signed that 3-fight deal with PBC, and many people thought that yes, that David Benavidez was going to be in the mix. People even thought that Jamal Charlo was going to be in the mix. We didn't think that Edgar Berlanga, Jaime Munguia was going to be in the mix. HLD in the building. We didn't think that was good, that these guys was going to be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then the 3-fight deal before that, he did sign a contract before the Bivol fight to fight Triple G, the trilogy, but he did have a rematch clause as well. So if he would have accepted the rematch clause, he was not going to get the Triple G, the trilogy, regardless if there was a contract signed. No, because there was a rematch clause within the Bivol fight in which he did not activate. If he would have activated the rematch clause, we was not going to be watching Triple G and trilogy. And that's what I mean in the sport of boxing. People agree on terms, may sign terms, but in contracts, no. Maybe he signed that he will fight somebody in September. Maybe Canelo Alvarez probably is going to be like, you know what, Turkey, I'll shake. You want to throw me the bag? You know what? I don't want to go to another training camp, but you truly want to throw me the bag. Do you really want the fight? Do you really want a mega fight? Do you want the fight that the people really want to see? Matter of fact, let me get David Benavidez right now. Let's get David Benavidez right now. I believe, I'm going to say it like this. I believe if Canelo Alvarez was out there in the UK and the 65,000, and one of the 65,000 people that was attending that fight, and he would have seen the atmosphere, because I'm going to say it like this. David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. Man, it's going to be huge, bro. See, of course, I know that Bud and Canelo Alvarez is going to be a big event because they're going to promote it that way. And people know the great fighter that Bud Crawford is. And they're going to make it seem like it's a evenly matched fight, like they did with Chris Eubank Jr. and they did with Conor Benn, knowing that Conor Benn was coming up from the 147-pound division, and Chris Eubank already was trying to make his way to 168, and had to. I know he's been fighting at 160, but it's been documented that that his weight, that he's been weight training himself for a while, right? But we seen the disadvantage. We see how small Conor Benn was to Chris Eubank Jr. Now in height, yes, Bud Crawford is probably taller than Canelo Alvarez, but Canelo Alvarez is well groomed in 168-pound division. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened to Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo couldn't even hurt. Again, I said 1,000 times. Jamel Charlo said that Canelo Alvarez couldn't even feel his punches. You know what I'm saying? So HLD said Canelo only talks about the fight on hand, one at a time. He does not talk looking past his opponents in front of him. Well, what I'm saying is true, but we all know that he may not. Okay. Put it this way, HLD. He may not talk about it, but he's contractual. So he might not talk that there is a fight. He's not looking past his opponent. But once you sign a contract or whatever, if it's a contract or a term sheet, I think that he signed a term, not really a contract. But once you sign a contract to fight, let's say you're fighting Dimitri Bivol, but we all know that you got the trilogy with Triple G. You are looking past your opponent because you're already signing for another fight. You already know that you got the Triple G in that day, or you already know you got Terrence Bud Crawford in September. You know what I'm saying? If you sign a 2-fight deal and you know that you got two, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Do we know that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are gonna be fighting each other in the rematch? We know that this event, look how it's promoted. Look at the promotion. Look at the new commercial. The new commercial. It didn't have Rolly Romero. It didn't have Arnold Barboza. It didn't have Jose Ramirez. It was all a build-up. This fight, this event, they only had like a 2-second, 3-second clip of Teofimo Lopez. They're not even paying attention to much. The promo is not even about Teofimo Lopez either. It's about Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. You win your fight, and the next is going to be y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, contractually, they are looking past their opponent. Contractually. Also, but put it this way, folks. I know it's not an actual contract because if you're in this business of boxing, you know that the contracts is actually signed in the week of the fight. That's when the actual contract is signed, in the week of the fight. Terms could be agreed upon. I think terms are agreed upon. You know what I'm saying? And probably if terms are agreed upon, open to change few things here and there. Because think about it. It's like I said the other day or a couple of months ago. Let's not forget that Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder was lined up to fight, right? If Deontay Wilder beats, who was he fighting? Was it Parker? Yeah, I think it was Parker. If Deontay Wilder beats Parker and AJ beats Ottawa Lean, then it was agreed upon that they was going to be fighting that Deontay Wilder versus AJ was going to be in March. Deontay Wilder lose, Anthony Joshua wins. Anthony Joshua gets Francis Ngannou, and Deontay Wilder gets what was the next fight that he got? Was it Zhang? So I necessarily don't believe in it. I'm with that. Your fight is the present fight, and anything after that is not fully signed. It's not finalized, in my opinion. Understand what I'm saying? So, but I think a lot of fans is looking for, like I said yesterday, whether you're a fan of these guys or you're not. Let's be real. Like I was saying yesterday, don't be fake. Let's be real. If you a Teofimo Lopez hater, you know that you want Teofimo Lopez to win. If you a Ryan Garcia hater, you want Ryan Garcia to win. If you a Devin Haney hater, you want Devin Haney to win. So I don't the fans and the haters, the supporters and the hecklers. At the end of the day, we all want what we want. We all want the same thing. We want all these guys to win so we could see what Turkey Out Shake actually wants. We on board. I believe that most of the boxing fans is on board. Now, there's going to be people out there that feel like, you know what, but damn, I want to see Jerome Boots and his fight Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. got good momentum. Boots Ennis got good momentum. You want to see Mario Barrios versus Boots Ennis. But let me say it like this. When it comes to styles, names, profiles, and stuff like that, Teofimo Lopez versus Jerome Boots Ennis. For me, sound like a hot ticket to me. The styles, they both was 2015 when they was coming up in the amateurs. They were the best at the time. 2015 National Golden Glove winners. As Jerome Boots Ennis was the welterweight champion, Teofimo Lopez was the lightweight champion. Both of these guys was coming in the ranks and doing their thing. The stars align itself. The star, in all reality, because Boots has been more of a late boomer in the pros because he started his career alongside with T.O., Shakur, Devin, Ryan, you know what I'm saying, and the rest of these guys that we talk about. But Boots Ennis, because of, manager problems, promotional issues and stuff like that, where he needed to go to court, it took a while for him to get what he got, but he got it already. Teofimo Lopez had the opportunity to become a 3-division lineal Ring Magazine champion by the age of 27. That would be incredible, bro. That would be incredible. 3 I think, and look, now, and I understand that Jerome Boots Ennis may want to be undisputed. I think it's going to take couple of hurdles to get there, because yeah, you probably could get Brian Norman. Brian Norman going to be fighting in Japan. So to be honest, Boots and Teo is lined up to fight. Let me see when Brian Norman Jr. is supposed to be fighting. What's the date for Brian Norman Jr.? I know he got to go fight in Japan. Let's see. Let me see who's lined up to fight more. What makes more sense? Let me see. He got June 19. Okay, he's still lined up to fight in October, right? He still got lined up to fight in October. But I believe that Teofimo Lopez and Jerome Boots Ennis is more of a lined up fight. Two guys with better accomplishments at the moment. Good, decent resume. You know, for whatever we could say about the welterweight division, because everybody did go to the 154-pound division, and everybody going to be moving to the 147 as we've seen the new ranking in the WBC in the welterweight division. Devin Haney is the WBC #1. So, in all actuality, I could see this. I could see some good fights, even if we don't get the rematch with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I wouldn't mind to see Devin Haney fighting Mario Barrios for the world title shot, and then Devin Haney has the opportunity to become a 3-division world champion, because they just did the rankings right now, and Devin Haney is #1. Devin Haney is #1 in the welterweight division, haven't fought in the welterweight division, but they re-ranked him in #1, and I've seen it before. I seen it with when David Benavidez was when he got stripped from his world title, and the WBC re-ranked him in the light heavyweight division to fight Beterbiev, in which they send a letter. Samson and David Benavidez sent a letter to the WBC that he was not going to stay at light heavyweight, and he was going to go back down to fight an elimination bout, not even a final elimination bout, to chase a Canelo Alvarez. So David Benavidez could have been in the 175-pound division a long time ago, and probably he would have been in a position to face for the undisputeds and things of that nature. Let me show you the rankings right quick. Because the WBC did come out with their new rankings. So you got Conor Ben is also #3, right? Mario Barrios, boom. Devin Haney is #1 right now, right? And also I could see, let me see what they got. They got Ryan Garcia. The WBA got Ryan Garcia. Yo, the WBA, that's why I understand why Ring Magazine, Box Rec don't want to deal with the WBA, because like, yo, the WBA be crazy, bro. Like, I thought they was gonna turn the corner, and how does this happen, bro? Welterweight. How does Rolly Romero get to #2? How? Like this, yo, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people talk about politics, right? Rolly Romero has been the most political fighter of this generation, bro. A lot of people be hating on Devin, on Teo, on Ryan, on Tank, on Shakur. Rolly Romero has been politically moved, not like no other fighter of this generation, bro. Like no other fighter, bro. We all know that he lost ¿cómo se llama el tigre? Marines, right? Borrazo, right? He gets a title shot. He gets Gervonta Tank Davis title shot. He gets who he fought to get the champion in 140? Borrazo? Who he got the world title from in 140? Yo, this guy's been the most political, and he's still in position. Espera que yo me... Hold on. Let's... Yeah, he lost to Pitbull Cruz, right? He got the Ishmael Borrazo fight, right? Everybody felt like he was getting beat. He got knocked down. The Pitbull Cruz, he got knocked out. Comes right back. Manuel, he goes to a decision, and now he got Ryan Garcia and fighting for the WBA regular world title, I believe so now. Well, that's rumors. How you get to the shit is crazy. HLD says we should shame anyone who fights for the WBA. Yeah, the WBA is some they on some other ish. Yeah, at the end of the day, the fighters, the fans are intrigued with this matchup. And you notice that fans really don't care about the morals. They care about the names. And I said this a long time ago. I did say that the names need a fight. If you want to elevate the sport of boxing, you gotta have somebody that's recognizable versus somebody that's recognizable. Relevance versus relevant. That's the only way this elevated. So in the sport of boxing, yes, we respect Jose Ramirez and Devin the Dream Haney. We know Rolly, we know Ryan, we know Tio. We getting to know more. People getting to know more on the Barbosa, right? The Ben versus Eubank. The Majramal versus Virgil Ortiz. Like, these fights are good. Some of these fights, the people think it's premature, just like the Parker versus Bacoli. I think they effed up with the Bacoli, and I know Bacoli's going to be fighting Ajaba. But in the end of the day, we want to see the Devin, Ryan, and T.O. to win. We want to see those. We want to see those victories. Let's be real. Let's be honest. That's the fight. Those are the fighters that we want them to win. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like. So, who y'all got? T.O. versus Boots. T.O. versus Boots. I believe that T.O. has the more experience. I think right now, performance-wise, Boots has the momentum. But of course, Friday's right around the corner. I think Teofimo Lopez's resume is the best resume of this young generation, and it's still getting better because, at the end of the day, even Honor Barbosa, in my opinion, has better wins than even Stanionis. Teofimo Lopez keep on taking the harder the risk. Rapstar Boxing Out said, "Yo, Punch, you see the Times Square trailer? Yo, that was a good one, man." That's one thing, yo. That's one thing about Turkey Al Sheikh. Turkey Al Sheikh know how to pull the strings in most of the things that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, not every entity is perfect, but Turkey Al Sheikh, man, is doing a wonderful job. And one of the things I gotta give him credit is because he's voiding primary frustrations that I've had. Primary frustrations that I've had was momentum. That once there's a big show, we don't get another epic show in the long and throughout the year. It has too much of a gap. But look at this. We got one of the greatest talked about, what they said, 3.1 billion in expressions with the Conor Benton versus Chris Eubank Jr. Less than a week. Because remember, this fight is on Friday. Less than a week. We got Ryan, Devin, and Tio. The next day, less than 24 hours. We got Canelo Alvarez. Less than 24 hours, we got Naoya Inoue. Like, this is an incredible stretch, ladies and gentlemen. I got to give all the praise to Turkey Al Sheikh, my friend. The momentum, it feels like I'm watching. It feels like a real sport. Like, we know that the Knicks is going to be playing every other day. We know that at least in the NFL, we're going to get an NFL game on Sunday. We're going to get an NFL game on Monday. We're going to get something on Thursday. We're going to get on Sunday. If boxing is like this, ladies and gentlemen, boxing is going to be very, very well. And if the performance are like what we saw with Conor Benton and Chris Eubank Jr., ladies and gentlemen, and your fighters, take notes, man. Take notes. I understand you got to fight your fight. I understand you got to fight your fight. But where we at in the sport of boxing, and where we have been in the past as well, but where we at in the sport of boxing right now, the fans truly don't really give a damn about the wins and losses unless you bet. If you put up a great performance, if you give us your all, if it's 100% effort, if you speak the language, the language that says, man, I'm willing to die in this ring. I'm going to get it. Ain't nothing going to stop me if I win or lose. But I'm going to tell you like this. Every drop of sweat, every energy, I went on E. Fans appreciate that to the fullest. That's why the Mexican fans adopted Manny Pacquiao, because he fought his heart out versus the Mexican fighters. That's why everybody is happy about Conor Benn. That's why everybody is happy with Chris Eubank Jr. In the end of the day, people, if Conor Benn would have won, people would have respected Chris Eubank Jr. Same way. I think the storyline fit better the way that it was going, fit better with the Eubanks, because the father, he's not speaking to his father's surprised. So it has that elevation. And then it's like, we came. The whole boxing world had an orgasm. If you understand what I'm trying to say. That's why, exactly, pound for pound, that's why Pacquiao was loved by the fans. He lost, 7, 8 times? We don't give a damn. People didn't get mad that Manny Pacquiao lost to Ugas. Even when we saw Manny Pacquiao even versus Ugas, it's like he's trying, but damn, he old, man. Father time is kicking in. But it wasn't father time that demoralized Manny Pacquiao, because even Manny Pacquiao didn't get knocked out. He didn't get stopped. People identify that. Are you fighting for everything? That's the only reason why a lot of people don't consider Floyd Mayweather like that. Because with Manny Pacquiao, that was the fight of the century. You didn't want to go after. You wanted to pot shot your way to victory. Fans don't like pot shotting your way to victory. Fans don't like it. Let's keep it safe and let's beat you by points, because the boxing fans don't give a fuck about the point. They give a fuck about the fight. They want their heart to be engaged with your warrior spirit. We, as boxing fans, live vicariously through the fighter when we're watching it. Fans live, as much as we hear these fathers live vicariously through their sons. We live vicariously through the fighter. So when we see a fighter, our hearts are sacrificed, our time is invested in this fight. And then we see a fighter not trying to, no, because you don't, that's not how you want to live your life. That's why I would say that boxing translates to life itself. I'm gonna give you an example. You see a fight and you're engaging in a fight. Shakur Stevenson versus Eddie De Los Santos, and then you see Shakur Stevenson, let's say, running. You can't identify with Shakur, because if boxing translates to life itself, you don't identify of you running away when shit gets tough in your life. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's why I always say that boxing translates to life itself. You may not think it that way. I watched boxing like that my whole life. That's why I love the sport of boxing. That's why I always call these guys the modern-day warriors, modern-day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. My heart and soul is engaged with that fight. My heart, man, like when I was watching Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr., my goodness, man, it's the greatest fight I've ever seen in my damn life. I'm a fan. With the next time that Chris Eubank Jr. fights in the UK, I'm going to the UK. Conor Benn, I'm going over there too. Because I know for a fact they're not going to cheat me. I know for a fact when I see Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, they're going to give their all. They're going to give me my money's worth. They ain't going to let me down. Win, lose, or draw, they're not going to let me down. It's a reason why a lot of people engaged with Pitbull Cruz. He lost to Gervonta Tan Davis, but they saw that Pitbull Cruz was willing to win. So they're not mad at Pitbull Cruz. That's why his stock didn't drop. Edgar Berlanga, his stock didn't drop with Canelo Alvarez. I know a lot of people is mad that he's celebrating about it, but let's be real, let's be honest, like I've been saying 1,000 times. Yeah, I ain't giving no Edgar Berlanga even a chance to pass the 5th round. You guys thought they was going to get knocked out. He got put down. He could have quit. He was still fighting. With the experience that Edgar Berlanga had, we all know that he didn't have nothing better than Canelo Alvarez, but he managed to fight. He put up a better fight than Jaime Munguia. He put a better fight than Jamel Charlo. He put a better fight than all these guys. He put up a better fight. I mean, John Ryder tried, but people wasn't even mad with John Ryder because they felt like, yo, the guy is going for it with his limited skills versus a Canelo Alvarez. Sometimes you like, look, the same thing. Who's gonna look? Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. It's like I said yesterday and throughout all these videos and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, you can make fun of Devin Haney because he sued Ryan Garcia. It looked weak. You might not like Devin Haney's style and stuff like that, but Devin Haney got one of the biggest cojones in the sport of boxing. And that's something you can't take away from Devin Haney, regardless how you feel. That's something you cannot take away from Devin Haney. You may not like his style. You may not like his dad. You may not like how he looked. You may not like his girl, his baby mom. You may not like his decisions. You may not like his car. You may not like his money. You may not like his haircut. You may not like his nose. You may not like his race. You may not like his this. You may not like that. But if you're going to tell me, Devin Haney got no heart, you're a liar.
You's a liar.
If you say that Devin Haney don't got no cojones,
You's a liar.
if you say that Devin Haney got no heart,
You's a liar.
that's a lie. You know damn well he got that heart because he was standing up. Every time he got put down by Ryan Garcia, he stood right back up. Put down by Ryan Garcia again. Just desperately trying to crawl his way to Ryan. Getting held by the referee as well. Oh, I'm still trying to get up. Still trying to fight. Why do you think look? I see Ruiz beat even with Anthony Joshua. Even Anthony Joshua, I still respected Anthony Joshua after the Andy Ruiz fight in Madison Square Garden. Anthony Joshua was getting put. He was getting back up. He got stopped on his feet. A lot of people was making fun of Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was still, he got stopped on his feet. And there was a lot of people. And it was the excuse. See, people don't get mad at Deontay Wilder in the second fight. People got mad at Deontay Wilder's excuses because of the second fight. People are not mad at Devin Haney. People are mad at the excuses that Devin Haney gave and the sue and everything. That's something that we never see in the sport. I'm glad that Turkey Out Shake, put it this way, it's a blessing that Turkey Out Shake, they're working with Turkey Out Shake, because Turkey Out Shake making sure to drop that lawsuit actually helped. Not, well, I'm not going to say like help, but it stopped the bleeding. It stopped the bleeding because that lawsuit was overshadowing his particular fortitude to keep on getting up while he was getting put down by Ryan Garcia. The lawsuit, people was referencing the lawsuit more than the actual fight. It's not because of the fight that Devin Haney was perceived as weak or acting like a bitch or whatever. It was the lawsuit, in which Ryan Garcia even used it today because, see, that's something that nobody in the outside world is going to give Devin Haney the benefit of the doubt, the lawsuit. So the best thing was to do, drop it, get Jose Ramirez, get back in the ring, because at the end of the day, that's how fighters get back in the mix. That's how fighters get back in their horse. The next fight. What you gonna do the next fight? The fans in the sport of boxing, it's unfortunate and fortunate at the same time. See, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you something that the advantage that boxers have over any other athlete, basketball, baseball, football, whatever you want to call it. This is unfortunate and fortunate. The fans truly don't give a damn what you do outside of the ring. We don't truly, how to say it, like we may talk about it here and there, but we don't have this stamp on it and we you did something outside. Yo, the boxing fans don't even give a damn if a fighter slaps his woman. The boxing fans don't care. The fans don't look at fighters as like other athletes. They're more like non-humans more than anything else. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. I'll give you an example. If LeBron James get convicted of violating, raping a woman and goes to jail, you never want to see LeBron James in the court ever again. You never want to see LeBron James given an opportunity again. You will say that you hope that he gets violated in jail. When Mike Tyson did that, well, when Mike Tyson got convicted of it, right? We wanted Mike Tyson to be out of jail. We was blaming Desiree Washington. We wanted Mike Tyson. She stripped Mike Tyson away from us, our entertainment. We wanted Mike Tyson back in the ring. And when Mike Tyson came back out of jail, it was a celebration. We didn't give a damn that Gervonta Tank Davis manhandled his baby mom and it went viral. He sold out the next show in Atlanta. He sold out. And there was a lot of mommies out there. You understand what I'm trying to say? We don't care. That's a good. That's the unfortunate and fortunate part of the sport of boxing. We seen Shakur Stevenson. Remember Shakur Stevenson out there? I think that was in Miami when we took a swing on the chick. Oh no, Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. We're gonna see the fight. We're gonna see the fight. We give fighters a pass because we don't care. We don't care about your outside shit. We want you to be in the ring. We don't care about the divorce. We don't care about if dudes are slapping chicks. We don't care if dudes is violating chicks. Right? Kovalev got a sexual harassment suit in the airplane. We don't care. We want to see Canelo Alvarez versus Kovalev. Right? Bam, Earl spins, drunk, DWI, car flip all over the place. I hope he's okay. What about, did you hope that any bystanders, innocent bystander was okay? Damn, we want to see him back in the ring. We ain't give a damn about no that Earl Spence second car accident. We want to see Bud and Earl Spence. We ain't give a damn that Earl Spence had a retainer surgery. Oh, come on, Earl. Come on, Earl. You were supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. We don't believe you, man. Show us the damn exam. Show us the damn x-ray. We don't care. That's the difference between us and other fan base. We truly don't care. We don't care. Remember when Ryan Garcia says I got mental issues? Remember when he pulled out of a fight, he got mental issues? Yo, fuck Ryan Garcia. He a pussy, yo. He's soft, yo. If he can't handle this sport, he should be out the sport, yo. He's a diva. He's a diva. Right? When the chick from the Olympics pulled out because of mental illness, oh, we understand. You know, mental illness is a very, very delicate situation. All the thing that she has to do, if she's not able to perform and her mental is right, you know, she's doing the selfless thing to allow another one to step in. And it was nice. It was understandable. But in boxing, mental illness, man, please. You understand? 3 doctors showed y'all what Teofimo Lopez was going through. Man, shut the fuck up, man. You got beaten up by George Camboso. A doctor said he couldn't even, how he managed to go 12 rounds like this. Man, who give a fuck, man? George Camboso beat your ass. I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. We didn't give a damn when Floyd Mayweather got convicted of hitting his baby mama. As a matter of fact, the court didn't give a damn too much. They let Floyd Mayweather fight. What was it, Miguel Cotto? All right, we're going to let you go through your fight. And then after your fight, you're going to come in and turn yourself in. Floyd Mayweather, go make that money for us, for Nevada. And we're going to let you go through your fight. And then after the fight, you turn yourself in. That's boxing. That's boxing. You know what I'm saying? What's the other dude that committed suicide? Edwin Valero? Was it Edwin Valero? What is it? Edwin Valero or something like that? People still be like, man, if Floyd would have fought that dude, man, for real, man. He the man. Ruben Guerrero, we're going to beat that woman beater. He learned it from his dad. Great Prescott. That woman beat her. Nah, the boxing world don't give a damn about that. Nah, we don't care. Because we for how many years I've been saying, for the people that have been following the channel, we're as barbaric. The boxing fan is just as barbaric as the action that happens in the ring. The boxing fan is just as barbaric as the action that happens in the ring. We don't care because, again, we pay to see another human inflict pain on another human. We pay to see another human strip the health from another human. That's what we about as boxing fan. So when somebody get knocked out ass cold and is bleeding and is bloody, and you got fucking what's his name, Abadu Jack with the Red Sea, the parting Red Sea in his forehead, we're like, yeah, fight. Motherfucker, you take a break with a paper cut. If a fighter takes a knee, we be like, oh, come on. Come on, stop it. When somebody gets knocked out cold, we like, yay. And you see Manny Pacquiao's wife, oh my God, thank you, money. And we like, yeah. We don't give a damn if the motherfucker dead. We wait for a good like minute. Yo, you see that knockout? Oh, yeah, let's go. Yo. Damn, Roy Jones Jr. dead. He dead. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we don't care about other things, because our entertainment, we don't care them doing things to other humans, because that's why we like them, to hurt other humans. So we pay for it. Yes. Can't even take a knee from a liver shot. We want fighters to go home safe to their family. That's what we say. That's what we want fighters to, but that's like Edo Sanchez says, we want fighters to go home safe with their family. So if Mike Tyson is swinging punches at Spinks, but we want Mike Tyson to give his all, do we truly want them to be safe back to their family? Like what we expect? What does, if Mike Tyson think like that? I think that's the nice thing to say. We want fighters to go home safe to their family. We want to see the other guy beat the crap out of the other guy, but then we want them to ain't safe. They're never going to be safe in their family, man. They can't even be safe without themselves. Put it this way, Chris Eubank Jr. had to go to the hospital right after the fight. Is he safe? He's not truly safe. Is that Bellows ever going to be? Do you think that James Toney is safe? Do you think that Riddick Bowe is safe? Hey, put it this way. Guess who's safe? Pichardo Colon. He's alive. He's in safe place right now. But how is he? In all actuality, we don't care, because that's the nature of the game. We can't really say that, yo, when a fighter says, I'm going to kill you, and somebody be like, that's not right. Like when Teofimo Lopez said, I want to kill Josh Taylor, or when Deontay Wilder said he want a body on his record, and we're like, how dare you, Deontay Wilder? What do you expect? He is swinging to turn your lights out. He's not swinging to say, I hope I turn his lights out and he wakes up. Now, there's other fighters that have expressed it very, very well, like Keith and Tom Thurman. I want him to go through 10 seconds of pain, 10 seconds of unconsciousness. Hopefully, he wakes up in 10 seconds. Just endure those 10 seconds of pain. That's all I want for my opponent. Yeah, when you're swinging like that, that's not your intentions. Because you win a fight. Protect yourself at all times. That's why we don't respect fighters that shot their way to victory. Because in the end of the day, it's the hurt game. It's the hurt game. So when you see that later on, let's say a couple fights with let's say Floyd Mayweather, he's shot his way. It's not, we not identifying what the hurt is, not hurting. You ain't giving the dude a nosebleed or something like that. In the end of the day, is the hurt game. Facts is a life-threatening sport. We can't sugarcoat it. People try to sugarcoat it. Don't say that. That's not right. That man has a family. That man has a home. That man has kids. Then he shouldn't never be in the sport. Then use your brain for something else and stay alive. It is what it is. They signed up for this. I understand the sentiment though. So that's why Canelo Alvarez out here maximizing his payday. But I think that these are going to be. So I'm going for all the favorites to win this Friday. Of course, I believe that. To be honest, I don't even know who's going to win from Jaime Munguia and Bruce. It might be another. I don't know how confident is Jaime Munguia. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get any type of an adrenaline because they're going to be out there in rehab season. Maybe he's not going to have no type of pressure. Maybe that's what Jaime Munguia does need, because he did fight in Mexico, right? When that happened, maybe he's going to treat this more like a sparring matchup. There's no pressure. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's going to be good for Jaime Munguia. Maybe a lot of fighters can't handle the home pressure. But there's other fighters that they need that adrenaline as well. This is going to be the first time that, in a long time, that Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting out of the States. Let's see how Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting without that type of adrenaline and fan-friendly, the real Mexican fans that speak his language and he understands. Let's see how he's going to fight this fight with William Skull. William Skull is already used to fighting, not being known or nothing like that. Got nothing to lose. Yeah, I want to know. But anyway, there's gonna be a great event. It's gonna be media workout tomorrow. Hopefully I make it. Hopefully I make it to over there tomorrow. Let's see. But let's not disrespect guys like Jose Ramirez that is a former unified champion. Stepping up. Probably is gonna be healthy. Probably he feels strong. Let's also, give us a chance to like guys like Arnold Barbosa, who actually really he deserves this title shot. But I think that Teofimo Lopez is just going to be too much for him, and we want to see Teofimo Lopez perform at his best. To the level of his expectations is going to be hard for Teofimo Lopez to really just to quench the thirst for everybody, because he done great things at a very young age. Beating Vasily Lomachenko the way he beat Vasily Lomachenko, beating Josh Taylor and stuff like that, knocking out Richard Comey to become a world champion for the first time in the second round. So Teofimo Lopez has done things very, very early that, could he outperform those performances? Is Arnold Barbosa the type of opponent that if he does do the same thing he did to Richard Comey, who he did the same thing he did to Vasily Lomachenko, is that gonna no? Because I don't think that Arnold Barbosa is the name. But if he does that to Jerome Bruce Ennis, hopefully he gets there and hopefully he does his thing versus Arnold Barbosa in a spectacular fashion. I don't think that Arnold Barbosa got any pressure as well. So, Teofimo Lopez, he does fight with with the emotions in his sleeves, because he contains the emotions. He did it with Josh Taylor. So, there's a lot of people that believe that Teo is this and then Teo that, but then Teo has proven that he's mentally ready, always been mentally ready. When he's ready to go, when the lights are bright, when he's in his A game, he's one of the toughest fighters to beat in the sport of boxing. He's pound for pound top 5 when he's working on all cylinders, and we all know that. Devin Haney, there's a lot of questions, right? A lot of questions. Does his power carry? Jose Ramirez got the traditional Mexican chin, but we've seen Jose Ramirez get down. We've seen a lot of vulnerabilities of Jose Ramirez. And that's why I feel like Devin Haney is going to do the same thing to Jose Ramirez he did to Regis Prograis, because he doesn't have momentum going into the Devin Haney fight. But maybe the weight is going to be something new and something fresh for Jose Ramirez. And I think Owner Barbosa does work with Snack as well. I don't know if he's directly one of the clients of Victor Conte, but he works very close. I know that Victor Conte is seeing and eyeing a lot of people's information. You know what I'm saying? Because he does. We already know he has his connections with Vada. And Vada now, Turkey Al Sheikh is giving Vada a lot of props and stuff like that. So Devin Haney's with Snack as well. And let's see. I hope that these people don't take nobody's water. There could be some corruptions going on. I don't know, but it is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know this is Punch on Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Tomorrow, we back at it. Media workout tomorrow. Y'all already know, in the city, my city, New York City. Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin the Dream Haney. Man, it's gonna be an epic week of the sport of boxing. Now, we're gonna be in Vegas. Stealing Canelo Alvarez Day. Canelo Alvarez, William Skull. We got Bacote back in the mix. And then, New York City is going to be crazy. The next month in June, we got Richardson Hitchens versus George Camboso. Then we got one of the most anticipating fight, or the most anticipating fight in the sport of boxing, the trilogy between the Katie Taylor and the Madison Serrano at Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. And then the following day, July 12th, we got Edgar Berlanga versus Shiraz. We got Shakur Stevenson versus William Cepeda. Dímelo, Ron. Good looking now. Ron, Golo. 5 pesos. Good looking out with the support, my brother. Appreciate you, bro. So tomorrow we back at it. I'm about to drop some videos and stuff like that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. You already know. God first, everything second. Fight plus survive. Equal shoot champions. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. We're brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.